Here I want to talk about infinitive phrases, or just infinitives, and prepositional phrases, okay? Especially the prepositional phrase that has its preposition, the word to, T-O. Like, I'm going to the store. I went, she jumped to the left. All right, so we have a preposition to, and it's always going to be connected with an object. So it's going to be a prepositional phrase. Now that's pretty important. You're not going to have a preposition unless you also have its object. So prepositions don't exist outside of what's called a prepositional phrase, which is just a collection of words that has the preposition and the prepositional objects. So to the mailbox. Okay, so the man went to the mailbox. So here would be the prepositional phrase. Okay, and there's your preposition. This is your object of the preposition. Now, if in a quiz I ask you for, say, the one word that is the object in the prepositional phrase, then it's going to be mailbox, right? Because your object is the mailbox. But if you're going to pick one of these two words, pick the mailbox. All right. So anyway, that's a prepositional phrase, to the mailbox. But what about this? I want to sing tonight. We sleep to think better. She takes her vitamins to stay healthy. Okay, now what about this? To sing, to think, to stay. You have to be able to recognize something here. These are not prepositional phrases. These are what are called infinitives. Okay? And see, the thing about a verb, I'm going to take this one right here, and let's just put this right here. I sing tonight. Now this is present tense, right? This is how you would say it if you're doing it right now. Or let's go. I sing now. I sing. Let's just do I sing. Now what about I sang? This is past tense. What about I will sing? This is future tense. Okay, so you see how these verbs, these other verbs, they will change. They change forms, sing, sang, and then the will shows up right in front of it if you're talking about future tense. So this is how we know this is a verb. But because it changes its form as you move the sentence through time, this is called the finite verb. So this is a finite verb. This is a finite verb. This is a finite. It's finite because it's limited or bound by time boundaries. And it's going to change. It depends on the boundaries of the time that you put on it. Okay? So these are not infinitives. These are finite. So I'm gonna go down here and go, finite verbs will undergo changes as they pass through time. The time tense, tenses, through tenses. Time and tense is the same thing. Past tense, future tense, present tense, that sort of thing. But now let's go with, I had one down here. I want to sing tonight. Let's go up here and go, I want to sing. I want to sing. That's present tense, right? Now, I wanted to sing. This is past tense. I will want to sing. This is future. So notice that this is the finite verb because it's changing, but this does not change. See, it stays the same, stays the same, stays the same. But we just know, right? I mean, this really looks like it's a verb thing. It speaks of an activity, a verb activity, but it's not changing as we move it through time. So it's not really the verb. This is what's called an infinite verb, or we just call it the infinitive. So this is your infinitive here. And it's not a verb. But it's also not a prepositional phrase. So notice that prepositional phrases, the man went to the mailbox, you know, we look to the sky for help. What's another one? The mouse, let's see, runs to the hole. Okay, oh, that's a, so here is direction as to how the looking takes place. Here is direction as to where the went, you know, activity, the action of moving in what direction. This is direction. All right, so almost a lot of the times the prepositional phrase to the sky, to the, you know, to the hole, if the to is really part of a prepositional phrase, it's going to give you direction. It's going to give you information about direction of movement. Okay, a lot of the times. But you see that does not happen down here because this is really an infinitive, and it's going to, the to is going to be connected or come right before what you know is a verb. But it's not really a verb in the sentence because it's not changing its form as you move the sentence through past, present, and future. So, you know, we don't call this a verb. In fact, what we do is we call it a verbal. And there are 3 types of verbals. We'll talk about this later. Well, one of the type of verbals is the infinitive, and that's what this is. And I don't want you to confuse this with a prepositional phrase that begins with the preposition to. That's not what this is.